All right, here we be. One Bills Live. Chris Brown, Steve Tasker, and pleased to be joined on set now by the man who wears number 3 on your roster, number 1 in your heart. It's Damar Hamlin, Bills safety, and he's part of our Fresh Off the Field interviews, which is brought to you by Austin Air, the official clean air provider of the Buffalo Bills. How we doing, DH? We doing good?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good,
how you
yeah.
doing?
Glad to have you here. It's funny because we were just talking about how, you've been here for a couple of years now, and because of COVID and all the restrictions we've had, we haven't really even talked to you face to face. And I mean, I know we haven't gotten around to doing it here during training camp when things were finally open again, but it's just good to kind of chat with you a little bit, get to know you a little bit better, and kind of so I feel like we're welcoming. We're really late for the welcoming part.
Yeah. It feels good.
We got drafted a year and a half ago.
It feels good for things to be back to normal. Almost feels a little abnormal to be doing things regular scheduled programming again, but it feels good.
You and Jaquan now have started 3 games together, if my math is right, with all the time that Poyer's missed, and obviously we know Micah's done for the year. Has it maybe just? I know you guys have lined up together in training camps, untold number of practices. Games are different. I don't have to tell you that. Now that you're 3 games in as a starting tandem together, what has been the progression for you in terms of playing off one another in a regular season game setting?
Just getting comfortable with the other 9 guys out there on the field. Really just playing off of each other, playing off of what's in front of us, things like that. But like you said, we've been playing together all through OTAs, all through training camp, and all through preseason. So our chemistry as far as playing with each other, it's already been, kind of intact.
Yeah. You're counting on. Now it's about everything else.
So really we're just trying to – it's just all about fitting in the system, playing within the guardrails of the system, and doing our job.
You and Jaquan have sat there and watched Poyer and Hyde do their thing for a while now.
No
How much of it is there when you guys plug yourselves in and say, listen, I'm gonna play this way, and how much of it is let's do exactly what Micah and Poyer did on this play, on this one, but let's do it this way when we do it, that kind of thing. I mean, you got to play your own game and you stay within the parameters, but you and Jaquan have your own probably system of communication, just like Poyer and Hyde do, right?
Really, it's pretty much all the same line of communication. It's just it's pretty much like a standard. That's what we call it. It's a standard that we all uphold, no matter who's out there. So it's not really too much different than Micah and Poe as far as communication and things that should be said that we haven't. We're not really changing too much of our scheme or anything like that. It's pretty much just upholding the standard, and it's a big bonus being able to watch 2 All-Pros do it exactly how it's supposed to be done. So that's something that I rely on as well. So I might go check out some film and see how Micah did it, or he's right there on the sideline, just to coach me up or let me know some tips of anything of how to do it. But in the same sense, with all that being said, I am my own player, so when I do get out there, I got to be myself within the system.
Yeah, now when you guys go out and say, I know some of the things that make Poyer and Hyde so good and have people talking about them is how hard it is for quarterbacks to key on what coverage guys are running pre-snap. How confident were you when you got started, and how much has it grown since you feel confident of being out of position when the ball is snapped and getting back to your spot, making the coverage that you need to make after the snap, in knowing that you leave yourself vulnerable during that time?
Yeah, something that has been growing on me. Something I had to learn. First you have to know what your job is and how to execute it at a high level, and then on top of that, it's trying to make the quarterback see something else pre-snap or even maybe a little bit post-snap, just to hold them that one extra second. So it's something I had to learn, but I'm gonna keep saying this as much as we talk. Just being able to have them to do it in front of me. Since I got here, I've been studying, just learning, just trying to see how to do it exactly the right way. They've been a credit to that.
There's a lot of layers to this, because when you stem into it, after the ball snap, you get to your right position, but you don't want to stand over here without a reason. You got to make him think it's an actual real coverage that you're going to play. You can't just stand out of position and say, I don't know what that guy's doing. You want to give him an idea that, you want to fool him. Say, here's what we're going to run, and then run out of it, and you got to have, that means other guys got to be doing the same thing. So it's not just not showing him what you're going to do by standing in some random spot. You're trying to give
Yes.
him the wrong idea.
It's calculated.
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
very
much
calculated.
like playing chess.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's how I
hard.
see it.
That's hard to do.
It is.
Coach Frazier, I would say if there's one thing, at least just from the naked eye, that looks different to me in terms of the way he's made use of your skill set, is he likes putting you up pretty close to the line of scrimmage, getting physical with people. I know you don't like getting I know you don't have a problem getting your nose dirty. So
Not at all.
maybe just talk about the physical mindset that you seem to have, because I mean you are not shy about laying wood to people when you get the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all I know how to play football. That's just how I was raised. That's how I was brought up. Every system I was in, from high school to college to here, was, we not shying away from no contact, and pretty much as simple as see ball, get ball. So, recognize the play, diagnose what's going on, and go tackle the guy who got the ball. Don't make it no more complicated than that.
It becomes pretty simple after that, right? Yeah. Give us an idea. You guys, last week, and I've said this, you ran into a Jet team. They played against you guys this last week. They played better than they played on film against anybody else. They put together
It might have been their best game.
best game of the season.
Performance-wise.
A lot of teams would have had a hard time beating the Jets last week. Give us an idea of going forward, what you can learn from a tough game like that, and how you can apply it to this Vikings game.
Something I can say is that, we're going to get everyone's best no matter what. No matter what week it is, and we have to show up as well, knowing that. And it's a simple game, no matter what level you're on. Little league, college, football, it's about handling the small details of things the right way, executing your calls, executing your fundamentals. Like, it's all about the things that make the game simple. If you do those at a high level, then you'll probably get the results that you want to get. So just taking last week, learning from not getting the outcome that we want, that's something that I'm taking into this next week. Just, just trying to do my job a little bit better, and just trying to worry about the simple things and let all the big things come to me.
Is there a part of you that still kind of pinches yourself when you realize you not only have a college teammate, but a childhood friend running with you as a professional athlete in the same defense, in the same secondary?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure you're not the first tandem, and you probably won't be the last, but that's a pretty special, rare thing.
Super blessing, super blessing. Just having someone like Dane just being able to just play with me, it feels so surreal. Like, I can't even describe it, but I cherish it every second that I can, every second of every day. We just had our prayer, our DB prayer we do every Wednesday. Outside, he was next to me, and I just grabbed his hand a little bit harder, just because, you never know when, the last day could be that you getting to experience something like this, So I'm cherishing it every moment I can. It makes it a little bit easier for me, just having, coming in, being a rookie, having someone that I trust, someone who's like a big brother figure to me.
It's like having a family
that
member
I can,
on the roster.
just literally walk behind like a baby duckling, just finding my way through what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, early on, and then making my own path through that. So he's been nothing short of that.
Because we're talking like grade school here, right? Like, when did you, first, second, third grade? Like, how long have you
met? I mean, we're from the same side of town.
Yeah,
so it's like we always knew of each other, family's small, so his family know my family, things like that. We played a scrimmage against each other, Little League. So we were always familiar with each other, always knowing who each other were. And then, we ended up going to the same college together, which was something cool,
really
something
cool,
that people don't even get to experience there, especially coming from our side of town. A lot of people don't go Division I. A lot of people don't even get to see other things in the environment that they come from. So just being able to take that to a whole nother level and be here with the Bills is something that we definitely are cherishing, and we're not going to let slip.
That's a once in a life. That's not even once in a life. That's like once in a generation that would happen to a couple of guys. And it's certainly, you got Tremaine and his brother and Steph and even James Cook and his brother. They're scattered around, but to be on the team and kind of hang tough with the same team throughout every different level, really, really unusual and
still
and rare.
be kind of having similar chemistry how we did at Pitt. It's like we're able to play off of each other without even saying little words. Communication. We communicate
eye
a lot, but it's just I know how to play off of him through his body movements, and I know how to communicate with him, and we know how to be deceptive within our system and within just whoever we're playing. We know how to just be deceptive, play off of each other, and just work together well. And it shows.
Do your guys' families get to come in? Do they come in together too when they come in for home games? Do they come in
separate,
much? Or?
You know, we both got our own situations, own families and stuff. They come in separate, but we live like we're next door neighbors to each other. His complex and then my complex. So pretty much, like I said, like that little duckling. Once I got drafted, I pretty much asked him, "Where you live at? Like where'd you get this at? Where you do this? Where you?"
Right.
And I fell right in line, and things were just that much simpler, that much easier for me to just transition to this level.
Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen this week, and there's a lot of talk about how Josh, whether he is going to play or isn't going to play. Give us an insight as to, like, if Josh doesn't play and Case Keenum's the guy, and you find that out like Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday, it's a last-minute kind of decision. Give us a sense of what it's like when the team going to rally around Case. I mean, because you will. I mean, you're going to say, all right, we're going to do this, and we're going to do it with Case, and we're going to do it together, and here we go. Give us a sense of the emotion behind that and the voices that you guys, who steps up and says, let's go.
Oh, yeah, it'll be nothing but support from the whole team, and Case is a veteran quarterback in this league with nothing but experience. So we believe in him, and we're nothing but confident that he can get the job done. He did well for us throughout the preseason, and he does well for us every day in practice, things that the outside world don't get to see.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's a veteran quarterback, so every man on the roster will be 100% behind him and ready to get this win.
Sounds good to me. Listen, Damar, thanks for sitting down, spending some time with us.
problem.
We appreciate it. It's good to kind of
see you
chat with
again,
you for a
for
little
sure.
bit, and hopefully we see you more down the line. Good luck on Sunday.